All right, we're live, baby. Welcome to the pod. Here
What's
we
up,
go.
baby?
What's going on, man?
Not much.
Dude, 2 cents, Josh and Spence, 2.0.
Season 2.
Season 2, baby. Let's get it.
For those of you on YouTube, you'll notice got a new studio.
You could say new stooge, same stooges. You could say that.
One could say that, yeah.
One might have just said that.
Yep.
But yeah,
Lost
welcome back, baby.
Lost a little bit of square footage from our last studio, but
Here's the deal. This is
it is what it is.
America, world. This is a very fluid situation. Okay.
Yep. New cameras as well.
New cameras.
New cameras.
So many special effects.
Yep. Dustin's able to do all kinds of crazy stuff. Oh, he's shaking his head. He doesn't like that. He doesn't like that. All right.
Nope.
Oh! Dustin's got a mic now.
Splint Production. Splint gets a microphone. Splint's got some stuff to say in season 2, I think.
Yep, yeah.
At
He's got a
some
lot
point.
on his heart that he's going to let go. So,
Yeah, buddy.
very excited.
Yeah, buddy.
Well, cool, man. What are we talking about today?
Well, let's get into it. Well, over the holidays, so I'm on a little bit of a caffeine journey, we'll say. Okay? May I explain?
Please.
So we've done these podcasts, and I'm always, even before the podcast, like in the office and all that stuff, like Mr. Energy all the time, Mr. Energy. But I kind of got thinking, like, am I really Mr. Energy, or am I just high on caffeine? Because those are kind of two different things. You know what I mean? So anyway, fast forward.
Let me just point this out. For those of you who listened to season 1 will notice that normally he's like, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? Now we have, you know what I mean? Like this is a totally different Josh.
I hate him. I hate it. I hate it. So anyway, I'm like, okay, are you actually that, or are you just super high on caffeine? So I was like, you know what I need to do? I need to go on a caffeine fast. And conveniently enough, I also had a little hernia surgery over our break. So I have a little smiley face under my belly button.
There we go.
Still very toned belly button, I'll have you know.
Wow.
Okay?
Not for long.
Okay. Anyway, so I'm like, okay, well, you're already, first of all, you're going to have a week or two at home, not needing to be your highest and best self. You're already going to be hopped up on pain pills anyway. That'll alleviate some of those caffeine headaches. So now it's been about a month off the caffeine, and it's different. Turns out I love caffeine.
Yeah. So are you having those headaches now, or what?
No.
What are you going through now?
No, not the headaches, but and it's a number of things too. So, and that's part of why, because part of me is like, why don't you just say screw it and get back on the caffeine for a while? But like right now, it's January 25th in Moorhead, Minnesota. And that's a cold time of year. It's a dark time of year. It's a time of year where like energy's at a premium for like anybody, But I'm like, okay, well, it's super cold and dark and all that stuff. The whole kind of natural, seasonal, whatever. And then I also I'm coaching Jace's hockey team, sort of like late nights at practice. And then we got 2 little kids, so it's like 2 early morning, then followed by an early morning of like getting the kids ready, and Bodie's got to be at school by 7:25 or whatever. And so it's like, ugh. And then so I'll come in and still manage to like have enough juice to kind of get through the morning. But then these afternoons, so right now it's 2:30. It's 2:30 p.m.
This guy, I mean, it's like I'm talking to a corpse.
Yeah, it's one of those things, man. Like I feel like I got to dig deep to find that charm that used to just be on tap.
Yeah.
I gotta just dig for it. It's like, oh man. So anyway, it's been a bit of a journey, but like I tell you what, man. So like I said, I had the hernia surgery, so they give you like some Oxycontin or whatever. I didn't take any of it because that stuff just freaks me out, and I don't like it. Even though like they gave you like a tablet a day or whatever. I'm like,
right.
I don't like it. I don't want it. So just like the Tylenol and ibuprofen or whatever, just back and forth kind of all day for a couple days, and then weaned off of that. But like the the pain from the headaches from like the caffeine withdrawals are so much worse than any like discomfort
Really?
from the surgery. Yeah. Like you would have that where you'd feel like kind of weak and you would know like something happened, you know. But like those caffeine hit, like you can't even like you can hardly open your eyes or see straight or whatever. It just freaking sucks.
Wow.
So which also then makes me not super apt to like, because I know what'll happen. Like I'll have a cup of coffee and then I'll have. So historically, I'd have like 2, maybe 3 cups of coffee in the morning, and then I'd have a Celsius in the afternoon. So if a Celsius is 200 milligrams of caffeine and a cup of coffee is 80, that's at least like 360 milligrams caffeine in a day. Like that can't be awesome, you know?
Yeah. Right.
So I'm working on like I'm just yeah. So anyway, part of me wants to just say screw it and like get back on it through, but I'm like I'll just hang tight for a little bit. Pretty soon the hockey season will be over, and pretty soon it'll be like warm out and sunny out and more whatever. So
are you thinking your mood, like you won't be on caffeine in the summer and your mood will change and you won't want it,
well, not necessarily not want it, but just not like
not need it?
not feel like I need it as much.
Yeah.
Because like right now, and like you get past the point now, like I don't feel like I need to have a cup of coffee in the morning per se, but it's just like knowing, like I feel like I'm operating right here, and I know I could slam a cup of coffee and be like right here for a while, you know. And I freaking love riding that high.
I tell you what, man, I'm fully addicted to caffeine.
I know.
And there's something about wanting something, knowing you shouldn't have it, and just having it. I probably shouldn't have pre-workout when I wake up and then get to the office and the first thing I drink is a Celsius Heat.
Celsius Heat for the uninitiated is 300 milligrams of caffeine.
Yeah. I drink it within 2 minutes. I practically snort it.
At least you put it in water. Some of us...
There's a guy on the team who just... This is awkward. We'll cut that.
Good news, bad news. So the good news, we got these cool new cameras. Bad news is now we don't have to have our phones on airplane mode to shoot the pod. Yep. So that could happen. But yeah, so I used to do that too. I used to be I used to take a pre-workout as well. So then I a couple of years ago weaned myself off of that. But then, so anyway, just a lot of caffeine, man. And I'm just like, it's one of those things like, is this super, super healthy? Is this super awesome for me or no? And then two, another part of it, like I've always dealt with, like, didn't know it was anxiety, but basically like anxiety. Like you're just, at the end of the day, like your just fuse is short, and I've noticed that like with caffeine, you have that high, but then you also have that like coming down, like that irritability, stuff like that. So I have noticed less of that like in the evening, because that's when you want to be like at your best as a husband and parent and stuff like that. Like you don't want to be Mr. Wonderful to everybody all day, and then you get home and you're exhausted and crabby and whatever. So I have noticed that has improved, I would say. Another thing too, I don't know if it's caffeine related. I don't know if it's part of the spiritual journey I'm on, or I feel like I would probably give the credit to the cold showers, but like for some reason there's something about like, I always used to think like the stars had to align, like, yeah, I'll go work out. Let me just have my pre-workout and then I'll kind of get ready and then I'll go work out. Or like, let me make this call. I got to make this call, but let me kind of regroup. Let me get a cup of coffee and then I'll make this tough call or whatever. And I don't know. I think I would say it's probably the cold showers, just getting used to doing stuff you don't want to do and you don't want to do it. But I have noticed myself, or maybe just knowing that like, hey, I'm not on right now. I'm not on. And it's just going to be what it's going to be.
Yeah.
But, I've felt like that. Like, oh, screw it. I'll just call him. I'll just call the guy.
Yeah.
So
how has your sleep been? I mean, because I sleep horribly.
I've always slept very well.
Really?
Actually.
I probably wake up 2-3 times a night. I'm sure it's all the caffeine I have.
That probably, yeah. And I'll go scroll through Instagram and they'll see a lot of things like do this, do that, do this, like no caffeine after 11, whatever, which is like, okay, pal. Okay. Yeah. But I remember being younger and I'd have like a pre-workout. I'd have a pre-workout at like 8:00 at night. And then I'd go like rock the gym and then come home and go to bed.
Right.
which is just weird. But my sleep has always been pretty good. I don't know, part of that. But you would be the same thing. Like you work out a bunch too, so it wouldn't be that. But I've always attributed it to like just working out makes you then tired.
Yeah,
Helps you sleep.
When I was a paramedic, I used to work night shifts. I would drink 3-4 Red Bulls, Monsters a night. Get home at 8 a.m. and just lay there. And I'd be like, man, I wonder why I can't sleep. Because I just had a Monster at 4 a.m.
That's so funny. Those are so, yeah. Joel, just quick funny. So I just went on a drive with Nikki's brother Shane, and he's just a little stinker. So his mom would be like, I picked him up at his mom's house, and she's like, okay, no caffeine now. He's like, yeah, okay. And then we stop at a holiday station. He comes up with the biggest monster I've ever seen.
That's what I'm saying, dude. There's something about knowing you're not supposed to have something and then just having it anyways.
Just ready to rock, dude.
The ones where you have to unscrew the top. Yes, dude. Those are awesome. I didn't even know they still made those.
Might as well came out of there with a syringe and like, all right, like let's go. Yeah, but anyway, yeah, but like, read a lot of books. The whole personal growth journey has then led to a lot of like diet and stuff, and like are these habits actually like serving you for the long haul, and but it's been on my kind of mind, like you should really go on a caffeine fast for some time. And then
is that what you think this is, like? Because I know you're all about getting rid of your vices.
Yeah.
Like, are you trying to be done with caffeine forever, or are you just trying to take back control?
Well, that's just it. I mean, if I could be done with caffeine, like that would be optimal. And that's what I was saying. Like, part of me is like, no, okay, it's all out of your system now. Like you've gone about a month without it, so you should be good to go or whatever. But then part of me is like, well, part of me too is just waiting for myself to like not feel like I want to pass out at 2 p.m.
Yeah.
So then what is it? And then it's probably just my diet. So I should be probably eating different food at different times or whatever. But
you also don't eat.
Well, I mean, this body doesn't just happen at 35, pal.
I mean, if you starve yourself, yeah, probably why you're tired.
Yeah. No, but I'm sure that does have a lot to do with it. Yeah, I don't know. So yeah, just trying to find out how to like live more optimally. And it's like, instead of adding, a big thing too, I think, is like, instead of like adding, what do I need to add? It's like, what do I need to take out?
Yeah.
Instead. So it's like, instead of adding another drink or another this, it's like, maybe we just need to take that out of there. But in a perfect world, and that's part of why I'm like, well, if I could just keep this going for another 2 months, we'll be kind of more in spring, hopefully, but so even that, like, I feel like if I was on caffeine and I said that would have hit harder. Like, just like, man.
I'd be curious to know, like, do you know what your blood pressure was, like, before you quit caffeine?
Well, that's one thing too, because I've thought about that, because like they've always said you have good blood pressure. Like, anytime you go and I'm like, oh, keep that up for the next 50 years.
Yep.
But I don't know. And even now, like, I could still, like, you can still feel, and I don't know if now sugar or what, or maybe it's just how your body is, and I just caffeine or not, whatever. I don't know. But like, sometimes I'll still feel like I wake up, my like heart's beating a little faster than it should be, or something like that I would used to blame on, like, well, it's probably all the caffeine I was drinking, whatever. So we should
maybe having a little nightmare.
It's pretty scary, man. I don't have nightmares when I'm doing the jiu-jitsu.
Yeah.
It's weird.
How's that been going, not on caffeine? I mean, how do you
see that? Like, that's not been bad, and that part of it goes, same thing kind of goes like, hey, I don't want to do this and I'm going to do it anyway.
Yeah.
So I have like been pretty proud of myself from that aspect, because I've like, had the hernia surgery, so I couldn't lift weights or do jiu-jitsu for a while. And now I'm kind of back on doing that. So like like I didn't get a workout in yesterday, so because it was Jace's birthday yesterday, so like went home and then we had a whole, went out to dinner and stuff like that, and then we had hockey practice, and then after hockey practice, I was like, well, I didn't get my workout in. Let's just see if we can do it. So I just did one in my garage last night, and then I got a call early this morning that woke me up, and I'm like, shoot, well, I'm not going to be able to get back to bed now, so I'll just go work out now. And it's like been getting through them just fine. I did an open mat, which is like basically 4 or 5, however many rounds you want to go of just like me and you, like fighting for 5 minutes, and then me and Dusty or whatever, and like made it through that. So like that, I feel pretty good. Just shaking his head.
You wouldn't catch Dustin in any type of athletic, physical.
Wouldn't want to embarrass him.
I love him having a mic. Absolutely.
Get that man a mic. I like how he just has this smug look on his face as he turns on he unmutes himself. He's like, oh, this is going to be fire. But like all of that stuff has been going well. So it's just like, and part of it is just like, I feel like if I was just better about drinking water, probably eating better and at different times maybe, because I've been doing that whole intermittent fasting thing too, where I've been basically just eating like one large meal, whatever. And it sounds all dumb just saying it out loud, but it's just like just trying to find out how to live like an optimal life and then share that with other people, Right. But yeah, I felt pretty good for the most part. But it's like even on a day like this, if I would like, instead of drinking a cup of coffee, if I would just like go outside and just go for a quick walk, like in the brisk air, and then drink a bunch of water, like I probably would have been fine. And even that piece of like we had, so normally what would have happened, so over lunch today, somebody came in and gave us a kind of a presentation spiel on what they do. So that cut into my noon hour, because normally what I would have done is I would have drank some water, went to jiu-jitsu, and then had just a shake after that. And yeah, I didn't even really feel hungry until finally I was like, okay, well, I'm not getting out of here, so I probably got to eat something. But all in all, it's been going well. But it's just like one of those things where it's like if you're on the golf course, and you're like, I haven't been hitting my driver very well. I'm just going to hit the 3-iron off the tee. And then you're hitting the 3-iron and it's going okay, but you got the big dog in the bag and you just want to pull it out. that's how I feel right now. I got a big Bertha in the bag and I'm just carrying my 3-iron like an idiot.
Yep.
Just trying
There's
to
a Celsius heat packet waiting out there for you, pal. We miss the old Josh.
Yeah, I do too, man. I do too. Yeah. But anyway, that's where we've been going, and I'm sure it'll be just a fast, and probably next episode I'll be all jacked up on caffeine again or whatever. But it is. I was very.
The next episode we're gonna be back to the.
But no, man, those caffeine headaches from getting off that, like even that alone, just makes me not want to get back. That makes me not want to drink it, because then I want to go on a fast again at some point, and it sucked so bad. And then that also gives me empathy for people that are struggling with like alcohol or substance abuse, because like you think it's probably harder than not, It's like jeepers, man. But it's just crazy, like how something like that can really take a hold of you. And like caffeine and coffee is just kind of a socially accepted, we all do it, whatever. But but much like drugs and alcohol, like nobody starts drinking coffee like, hey, I'm gonna get addicted to this, and it's gonna be fine. Like same thing with partying or whatever.
I was kind of looking online before we started this, and like it says here, like 90% of adults consume caffeine on a daily basis, and like 50% of everyone who consumes it is actually like addicted.
Yeah,
which is wild. And like I don't think I've ever experienced like the headaches that you're describing, but I probably have never like not been on caffeine.
Well, that's the thing. Because and you kind of just get in your routine, and so every morning you have your cup of coffee, and then you have it just kind of happens. Yeah. But yeah, if you didn't.
And like there's caffeine and like other things too, other than just like coffee and energy drinks, like more than we know. So
But yeah, if you didn't have a pre-workout tomorrow and didn't have a Celsius heat tomorrow, like you would.
I would be okay for the workout, but once like 11 rolls around, I'm like, I just get kind of unmotivated to do anything.
Mhm.
And then I'll have a Celsius and it's like, whew, I'm
Yeah.
back, baby.
Yeah, hit the
Daddy's
NOS
here.
button.
Yeah.
Hit the NOS button.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's yeah. I don't know what to say. Like it's like I enjoy not being, and so even then like I just switched to like green tea. So I'll have like a green
Yeah.
tea in the morning, and they make like there's different levels of caffeine in there too, but you can get like an uncaffeinated green tea just for like something warm to replace it with or whatever. But it's yeah, it's crazy, and I don't really have a dog in the fight on it. Like because too like then there's the whole like, well, how much money a day do you spend on coffee or whatever and all that type of stuff that you could. But it's like I don't know. I just drink coffee black out of the office, so it's like not a big deal that way or whatever. But I don't know. Just trying to take control of.
If you ever do get back on caffeine, we should get you like a double espresso and just really get you just buzzing. Sorry, I'm not helping you at all, but that would be cool.
If you ever do decide to have a beer again, we should get you 2 Boilermakers and just really. we should just really get after it.
Yeah. If you ever get back on meth, like let me know because I want to be there to watch.
Oh man, I don't know. What do you say? Is that a podcast or what?
I think so, man. We'll keep everyone up to date on Josh's caffeine journey.
We should not say anything in the next pod and then put like a little poll, like caffeine or no caffeine. And
Yeah.
probably pretty clear. Like
I think
yes or
everyone
no.
would know. Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't know. It's one of those things because like I like after over like identify as that person, like high energy, like go getter, all that. So like trying to figure out, like learn how to be that person without that, and I'm falling short right now. Yeah.
Okay. Well, thank you everyone for watching.
Hey, watch for deer.
We're back. Shake your bug.
Season 2.
Thanks so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more content like this. If you have any suggestions for us, make sure to leave them in the comments. Until next time, watch for deer, shake your bug.